way I did this one, the first one was, you see that 5%, 5 people out of, sorry, hold on. That means, so it was 2 out of 5 students have read it. And you would multiply, so 5 times 20 equals 100. And 2 times 20 equals 40. So it's 40 out of 100. So 40% of the students have read The Hobbit. So now going to, I would just go down. Oh, just that page, okay. So now going to this one.
Hold on. So do you guys see that your final answer is 40? Just to make sure
Yeah.
that doesn't kind of look like a 9.
Yeah, sorry, I read my forms that way.
No, that's okay.
And now going to this one, if you see that Monarch has 7 fans and LMS has 13 fans. So if you
This is really important what he's doing here. Cody?
LMS, and now you have to do one more. You have to do the total. So if Monarch was 7 and LMS was 13, the total is 20 right here. Now to get to the total of 100, you have to multiply by 5, which is 100. Then 7 times 5 is 35. And 13 times 5 is 65. So the total would be 100. LMS would have 65% fans, and Monarch would have 35% of the fans. So
Great job.
thank you.
Nicely done. So let's write that out, right? LMS has 65% and Monarch has 35%. Nice use of the ratio table. This one's a little harder because it's harder to get 8 to 100. So I wanted to show you a technique using ratio tables when you don't have a number that goes to 100 so easily. You can still get there. It's a little more work, but it's not that bad. So you know that we're looking at 5 out of 8. So just like Noah did on the first one, you have your total of 8. You want to get 8 to 100. There's so many ways to do this. But when I taught this a couple years ago to 6th graders, a lot of them found that the easiest way was to multiply the bottom number by 100. Then you get 800. What would be in the top? 500.
No, then you could simplify.
No, then you just divide by 8. So it's a little bit of work because you have to divide by 8. But 500 divided by 8 isn't really that bad. You don't need to use decimals. You could use fractions. 8 goes into 50 6 times, right? Then bring down the 2 when you subtract. You get the 2 and bring down the 0. It goes into 20 2 times. So you have 4, and 4 is less than 8, so you're done. So you could just say 4 eighths, right? You put your remainder over your divisor. So 62.5%. That's your final answer. So some of your problems today, you have to use that technique. Okay, so if we were going to summarize this, sometimes it's easy, and you just need to get, you already have the part in the whole, and it's easy to get the whole up to 100. Sometimes you don't have the whole at all. You have to think about it. Like here they had Monarch fans and LMS fans, so you needed to have all of the fans. An example of where that might come up again would be like if you have boys and girls, and then you need to know what percent of the students are boys, you need to get a total. Or sometimes you don't need a total, but it's a little bit harder. Then try the technique that we just did here. Just get the denominator to a multiple of 100, and then divide out whatever you need to do, like to divide out the 8 to get to 100 here. So those are your techniques. I'm going to post